Welcome back to Treadmill Review Guru. Today we're going to take a look at the LifeSpan 5500i. This is a folding treadmill. It has quality construction. You get a nice 10-inch color touchscreen. It comes with 50 preloaded programs, and LifeSpan includes a full lifetime warranty on the frame and motor. So let's take a look at construction. So the LifeSpan 5500i is a really impressive machine. This has a full steel frame. You can see down here you've got steel support beams and stabilizers that support it on either side. It's a good size running deck, so even though this is a pretty compact treadmill, you still get the full 22 inches of lateral width and a nice long 60-inch deck. Some good space here, even though it's a little more compact and still folds up. Your step-up height, when you've got it completely lowered, is only about 9 inches. So it's not hard to get on and off, just an easy little step, isn't bad at all. Your overall footprint, 73 inches long, about 35 inches wide, and 55 inches high at the highest point. So as I mentioned, it's still got a pretty compact footprint, but you still get that nice long deck. So it is a folding frame. You can just come down here at the bottom. There is a steel bar right here. You just lift it and lock it into place. And then once it's locked, it won't come open unless you unlatch it. Once folded, you can see the machine has 4 transport wheels. You've got 2 back here and 2 in the front. So you can pivot it gently, pull it towards you, and roll it as needed. I mean, it's a little heavy, so you gotta be careful, but you can move it if you need to kind of roll it in and out of a corner or something. We don't recommend storing it and rolling it each time you're gonna use it, but if you need to move it, that is a possibility. So down here, you've got a foot release. Hold the bar here, press the foot release, and it will drop back down. So it does have an assisted drop. It'll drop itself back down. Not too much impact when it hits the floor there, so nothing to be overly concerned about. You've got nice wide side rails right here. On either side, they're gently textured so that it makes a nice place to step on and off. As you can see, your motor, like on most folding treadmills, is up here at the top. So you've got your motor hood here, and LifeSpan has kind of kept the profile low on it, so you don't get too much problem when you're walking or running with your foot hitting the motor hood, which is really nice. So the motor's tucked up under here, and this is a nice 4.0 horsepower motor. So that's really powerful. It's got some impressive power. Inclines to a 13% grade, declines to -2, and it actually goes faster than comparable treadmills in this price range. It will go to 13.5 miles per hour, which is certainly faster than I can run. And I'll demo that for you in a minute. So you do have 8 compression shocks under the deck to kind of mitigate that foot impact as you're running, which really makes it so that you can exercise longer without fatigue and, you know, just kind of the joint injuries and discomfort that comes from running outdoors. So we do like that about it. And it has an impressive 350-pound max user weight. And the machine itself only weighs 270 pounds. So some pretty impressive specs on the LifeSpan 5500i. One thing that we really like about the LifeSpan treadmills is the 5500i comes with a full lifetime warranty on the frame and motor. And this is pretty unusual in this price range. We see that on the Soul machines, but not many other treadmill companies back their products up with a full lifetime warranty. So that's something that we give kudos to LifeSpan for. And you do have a 5-year warranty on parts and 2 years on labor. There's a few things about the console that I really like, and then there's a few things that are not my favorite. So I'll show you that first. What I do like is this 10-inch touchscreen is very clear. So it's not as big as some that you might see on other machines, but I feel like it's very functional, it's responsive, and it's easy to see. So that's really nice. You've got a lot of different options here. This is your menu, your main menu. So whenever you start your machine, this is what will come up. You've got quick start, manual, programs, heart rate control, and then fitness tests. Over here in the corner, you've got your little Bluetooth icon. So if I hit that, you can see my phone, I've connected it to the speaker. So I'll show you speaker volume in a second, and then you can also connect a heart rate chest strap. So this is chest strap compatible, and you can sync your chest strap with the treadmill via Bluetooth so that you get heart rate readings right on the screen. So that's right there in the top right, and then you've also got a fan setting. So this does have a fan, it's right down here. It's a little bit small, but it provides pretty good airflow. And then you've got 3 different settings. So let me demo that for you real quick. There's 1 or low, medium, and then high. The fan's a little low, it's more chest to abdomen area than maybe my face and neck. And I'm not a super tall person, but even so, it's so nice to have a fan on a treadmill. And it's effective and it's relatively quiet, so that's nice too. So let me turn the fan off, and then I'm gonna go back to Bluetooth, and you've got 2 speakers right here. So I am connected to my phone, and if I would like to, while you're working out, you can play music through the speakers. So here I've got it about 3rd volume. That's about halfway. And there you got full volume. So anyway, you control it all from your phone, and that's really nice. You control the volume from your phone as well. And you can choose the music selection, and it's nice to have speakers on there. It just kind of adds a little bit of personal feedback so that you can kind of listen to the music you want. The other thing is down here in the bottom right, you hit the little person and it will let you set up your profile. So you can kind of select gender, and then it'll ask weight, height, things like that. And then the other thing that you've got is settings. And the settings are really nice. So INTELLIGARDE senses whether or not you are walking on the treadmill. So if I have this on, as soon as I step off the treadmill, it's gonna slow down and stop, which is a safety feature that I really like. There's also audible beep. So every time you hit a button on the console, it will beep, but you can turn that off, which is really nice. Resume speed will bring it right back to where you were. You can opt to have your warm up and cool down integrated into your workout, so it'll automatically put 2 to 3 minutes at the beginning and the end, or you can turn that off. And then over here you can choose either English or metric units. So depending on where you are, which units you prefer for speed and distance and stuff like that. You've got your energy saving things, so if you step away from the treadmill, walk into the other room and then come back, the screen will time out and it will go dark. And you just hit down here your energy saving button and it will bring it back up. And then it just kind of gives you your total hours of usage and total distance, which is just kind of some nice features. So there's all your setting options. So let's go back to your main menu. So here, Quick Start just lets us jump right into the program. It'll give me a countdown, and then it's automatically going to start me at the slowest speed, which is 0.5 miles an hour. So this is your kind of main screen, the first one that brings up. You have 3 screen options here. So this is kind of your main screen. I'm going to step here off to the side. It'll tell you steps right here, distance, calories, which includes present calories and calories per hour, pulse. It even tells you elevation gain, which I really like. That's kind of a unique feature. So this is your first screen. Your second screen is my personal favorite. To me, it looks like a dashboard. So in the center, you've got steps per minute. On the right, you've got calories per hour. And then on the left, you've got your max heart rate. So I kind of like this screen. I think it's really clear. And then down here at the bottom, it's going to be time, incline on the left, and speed on the right. Your last screen is just a track. You basically get the same metrics, but it'll give you splits, your pace, your distance, your lap pace, things like that. So for your pulse, if you don't already have a chest strap that you sync with the machine, or if you don't like them, you do have sensors right here on your horizontal handlebars. So the nice thing is you can just put right here, it tells me my pulse is 82. So you just put your hands right there on those sensors and it will provide real-time feedback to the machine. The only thing that's a drawback with that is sometimes it's hard to hold on while you're walking. So just kind of be aware of that. This comes preloaded with 50 programs. None of these require a subscription, they're automatically loaded. So down here you've got different categories. So right here we're in weight loss. So we've got steady pace, long, slow distance, things like that. You can kind of choose that. Sport training, you've got a 5K on here or a 10K. Plug it in and it'll do that. Healthy living gives you climbing, intervals, and then you can create your custom program if you want to. So a lot of different options on your touchscreen. And as you can see, it's responsive and it's easy to see. So I do like that. Down here on your console, you've got incline controls on the left and speed controls on the right, which is pretty standard for most treadmills. That's how they do it. And then you do have a cooling fan button here in the middle. So one thing I do really like is you've got a nice span, and I feel very comfortable here. Those 22 inches of width really makes a difference. I feel like I can walk and swing my arms, and I'm not gonna hit these front handlebars, which is nice. The steel underneath with plastic coating over the top is a nice touch. I do like that the grip is a little wider here at the end, because for me, it's a little easier to hold. Those are the things I do like. Some of the things I don't love. So you do have quick controls over here on the side. They count by 2. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This actually inclines to 13. So you've got 3 levels of incline beyond this button. To me, I would think that they would want to put a 13 on there so that you know that you can go that high, but it does only go to 10 and it doesn't go to 0. So it'll take you to that 2% grade, but if you want to get down to that flat road, you have to use the decline buttons to get there, and they only will decline you by 1/10 of a metric. So from 6 to 5.9, 5.8. So it takes a little bit of time to get it in between these preset levels. So you have incline buttons here on the side, and then you've also got them here on the end of the handlebar. This is really nice. I like them here. It would be nice if maybe these up here jumped by a full metric and these down here were a little smaller increments. I think that would maybe be a little more functional, but as it is, it works fine. And then it's the same over here on the right. So you've got speed, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Once again, your speed goes to 13.5. So you do have a higher speed than your top number here, and it drops down to 2, it doesn't drop to 0. So those are a few things that just to be aware of, that you don't have a button for flat incline and you don't have a button for, you know, your lowest speed, but you can always hit stop or pause to bring that back down. And as soon as you do stop a program, it will automatically decline your deck, drop it back down to normal, and it will stop your speed. One thing that I do like about this is it's got a really nice wide slot right here. So it'll hold your phone, it would hold a tablet if you wanted to watch a show or read a book or whatever. You could set your tablet here. It might block the screen just a little bit, which is something to be aware of, but it won't affect like the metrics or anything. It'll continue to run in the background. So you do have that, and then you can see right here, you've got a USB port. So if you wanted to plug something in and charge it while you were using your machine, you'd be able to do that. You also have 2 pockets right here on the side for a water bottle, keys, maybe store your heart rate monitor in there, so you always have it handy. So anyway, you've got some good storage options and that nice tablet holder there on the console. Okay, let's take a look at the functionality of the LifeSpan treadmill. So one thing I always want to know, how does a treadmill feel, how does it sound, and how smooth is the motor? So first we're going to take a look at the incline. So I have the treadmill inclined to the full 13% grade. Now you can see in order to maintain the incline, the belt has to be running. So it's running really slow. We're just at like 0.5 miles an hour right here. But literally there's no noise. It's really, really quiet. So I'm going to hop up on. Again, this is your full incline. You've got a 13% grade right here. I'm going to pick up the speed just a little bit and walk. So you can kind of hear the belt noise, you can hear the foot noise, and you can hear the motor underneath. So let's start with 2 miles an hour. And there it goes. So really the most that I notice on this treadmill is just a little bit of a whirring sound as the belt slides over the deck. But I don't really hear any motor noise, and it's really quiet even with foot noise. All right, I'm going to take it up to 3 miles an hour. So I'm guessing at that 13% incline, most people will probably be walking. And walking is about 3 to 3.5 miles an hour. So this is what your sound would be, walking 3 miles an hour on that 13% incline. It really is quiet. All right, I'm going to drop the incline a little bit and pick up the pace. So listen for that motor noise as the deck moves. Let's take it down to 10 incline. So it's dropping. Very smooth. I don't have to hold on for balance. I'll drop it again. I'm gonna take it down to 6. This is about halfway. Again, you can watch the front of that deck. Just gently drop. All right, let's take it to an incline of 2. There we go. And I'm gonna pick up that pace. So let's take it up to 4 miles an hour. All right, I'll start to run. We're gonna do 6 miles an hour. Let's take it up to 7. And we'll max out at 8. All right, I'm slowing it back down. So I'm a little out of breath, but you can see it's very quiet. Okay, so we're back on our flat grade. You can see this is my just lowest setting for incline. I can drop it to a -2 decline. So I'm gonna take it down. Let me come back here to my home screen. I'm gonna drop it to that -2 decline, just so you can kind of see. Here's your -2 decline, and I'll pick up that pace just a little bit. We'll take it to 2 miles an hour. One thing I really wanted to show you is this machine will go up to 13.5 miles an hour. That's way faster than I can do. So I'm gonna step off and just let you listen to it. So let me take that incline back to 0. We're back at our on our flat road. I'm gonna step off here and increase that speed. So most folding treadmills in this price range max out about 12 miles an hour. So this gives you quite a bit more speed. There you go. There's your 13.5. And you can hear that belt just flowing. All right, and it's gonna slow down because I stepped off it. So as you can see, it picks up that pace really smoothly, and the motor is really quiet. I'm just really impressed with this motor. So if I'm back here and I'm back on, I don't know, we'll do 2 miles an hour, and I wanna incline it just a little, I can walk hands-free, maintain my balance. It's very smooth as it moves up and down. The motor's very quiet, and that 4.0 horsepower does a few things for you. So one, it makes it so that you can get that higher speed, and it facilitates the incline. The other thing that it does is it makes it so that your treadmill can withstand a little more use. So if you have 1 or 2 users at home, or you plan to walk several miles a day, or maybe run a little bit, that 4.0 horsepower motor will support a little more extended use. So that's really nice. You've got a nice 2-ply belt here with larger rollers at the back. They just kind of move that belt nice and smoothly along the deck. So let me hit pause here. So as I mentioned before, your motor is tucked up here at the beginning. You can kind of see the incline arm down here, so it will pivot that whole thing up, just kind of to give you that extended functionality. You can see, the LifeSpan 5500i is a quiet, quality treadmill. We're impressed with the 4.0 horsepower motor. As you can see, it's running behind me nearly silent. It's got that incline to 13%, negative 2% decline, max is at a 13.5 mile per hour max speed. And of course, lifetime covers it with a full-time warranty on frame and motor. So for more detailed information, make sure and check us out at treadmillreviewguru.com. For current pricing, click the link below. And if you like our video, make sure and give us a thumbs up and like our channel.